Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Andy Dalton and the Chicago Bears taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly. Two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Dalton, 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there on the first play of the game. It would appear these guys aren't fooling around. A big play on the second play from scrimmage.
Well, last night at our meeting, you said you thought that they would test the secondary early, but I don't know if you meant it on the second play of the game. I thought you meant, as we get into it a little bit, they decide to just come right out swinging.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. Now Dalton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Damian Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. fielded just outside the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Room to run past midfield, and all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big pickup there on the run. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And it's complete to Adams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2. And definitely not playing the check down game.
On second down, it's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
26 mark. Pick it up.
Here's Dalton. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Connect. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st and 10 for Dalton. This one swung out to Montgomery. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt. On
2nd down, here's Rodgers. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Slant to Adams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First carry now for David Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
This defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Six yards left on second down. Play action now. Dalton. To the right side, complete to Miller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dalton sets up play action.
The man is Kmet, the tight end.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Dalton. It's complete to Robinson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Dalton's throw complete here to Kmet. 3 yards the game there, second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down now, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Dalton operating in the red zone now. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now the point after try for Santos. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Of course, we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rodgers going to throw. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. To throw, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Dalton to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game, and the Bears have broken the tie.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the...
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. Still fighting. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start in the NFC, and specifically the NFC South. Tampa Bay traveling to the Bayou to take on New Orleans. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Mike Evans, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati to check in on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching has been the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, who's led the way. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. Dillon a 1st down and more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Escaping the pressure right. He hits Adams complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Dillon, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here we go with a player spotlight, and we shine that spotlight on Andy Dalton. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And a good quarterback facing zone. A little bit of time to survey the scene. That's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested. Third quarter. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go. Mike 46.
Throwing again on second down. Dalton. Touchdown, Bears! Allen Robinson. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As the Bears push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
26. Jump.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now Rodgers, flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Flushed out right. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football back. It's time to run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL. On EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. It's Miller, complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking deep for Adams. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
From the gun, it's far. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
26 Mike.
They run it again with Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Dalton. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Again, it's Williams. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
79 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Favre. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
From the shotgun, it's Favre.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers.
great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.